Hey friends, good morning, or should I say good afternoon. So I tried to do a Skywatch video this morning and I waited almost 2.5 hours for it to upload and it just didn't upload. It just didn't happen. So I'm gonna set you on the dash here and we're gonna go for a drive, okay? Because I wanna talk about what I saw this morning and why the Skywatch video this morning was so important. Now, I think that it's just either operator error or technical difficulties. I don't think there's any conspiracy reading into the reason why it didn't upload. I think that's purely a technical issue on my end. Because the video didn't even get 1% uploaded. But here's the thing. Okay, this morning, you know, the sun rises in the east, sets in the west. This morning to the east, I saw 3 planes up there spraying. And they were so heavily saturating the sky this morning. You're gonna just slide across the dash while we drive, and that's okay. Actually, let's come up here. All right. The sky was so heavily aerosolized this morning that they were basically saturation spraying to cover from the sun. After they got done spraying the sunrise so you couldn't see it, they started moving overhead and then to the west, and now the entire sky is this plasma gray wispy crap. It's not blue anymore. The sky is absolutely not blue. And these are absolutely not clouds overhead. It is so chemicalized that it, you know, they did a really good job. I'll give them that, because it could fool you into thinking that there's humidity in the area because it's so damn hot today. But this is why it was so important that I wanted to upload that video this morning, because first of all, I've never seen 3 planes out tag teaming it before. And they were out at 8, 7. You know, the sky was already very well sprayed by the time I left at 8 to go to the office. And by the time I got back at 9:30, they were already overhead. So it's important, first of all, to know what's going on. And second of all, that many planes is discerning for sure. And third of all, why did they start with the sunrise and continue to work their way across the sky? Especially on a day like today where it's supposed to be really nice and hot. But if you look at our solar UV index, it was in like the 7s or 9s. It was really, really high. Now, you know, if the solar UV index is at 11 and you go outside, you're probably going to blister within the hour, especially anytime within a few hours before or after solar noon. That's like the worst time to be out in it for the UV rays, for solar, you know, just the stuff that's going to make you burn faster than any other day. So I think that they're covering it up to block it, to do this sky shield. But if that's the case, why wouldn't they just tell us, you know? Why wouldn't they just say, this is what we have to do? You know, limit yourself going outside, and this is it. This is why we're doing this. But I really felt like, you know, this event this morning was so thick and so full and so saturated and so many planes. I guarantee I'm not the only one that saw that in the sky this morning. I fucking guarantee it. So why aren't people talking about it? Why don't we have more discussion on the shit that they're spraying up there to cover the sky to make it look like this? So that is my big questions for the day. You know, it's just my observation for the day. So in today's Skywatch video, not only did I see 3 planes covering the sunrise in the east to block the solar incoming photons, or I guess what have you. But then also, they were so persistent about it and so good at their saturation. The entire sky looks like it's about to start raining, when in fact I know it was supposed to be a big, beautiful blue sky today. And there was not supposed to be any rain in our forecast whatsoever at all. It's supposed to be in the mid 80s to like 90, 91 today. But this area is a desert, and the desert is hot. And it used to be that if you did go out in the sun in a beautiful blue sky, you would get a sunburn. That's just logic. You go out in the sun, you stay out in it too long, the UV level is high, you get burned. You put on sunscreen, you use a sun umbrella, you stay out of it, you do whatever you have to do. So, okay, that is where I'm going to leave you today. I just really wanted to discuss this because if you're making these observations, please put them in the comments below. I am keeping a qualitative journal log. I have started about a month and a half ago, and I'm making these observations, putting them in a grid to try and discover patterns, to try and learn and or uncover new situations that can help us learn more about what's going on. Because the more data we collect, and that's the case for any research study, a good researcher collects a lot of data, but quantitative studies are the ones that give you those quantitative results. They produce percentages or numbers or tallies in some form or another. But qualitative studies are the ones where we make these observations and we chart them and keep track of them, and we look at the coded bigger picture ultimately to try and discover and learn new things. We're not trying to prove anything with qualitative research. We're just trying to uncover new patterns or new situations as they present themselves. So thus far, we've determined the kinds of planes that are spraying. We've determined that it's more than one plane spraying. We've determined that multiple jet nozzles are responsible for different forms of aerosolization and or chemicals coming out of them. For example, one is a steady stream while the other might be sporadically on and off. Okay, and then today I learned that they start with the sun to cover up the sun, and then especially on super hot or high UV index days. Now this is just my first observation of this today, so I'll be definitely watching for this to test my theory to see if it actually comes true, or to see if it has merit on a day that has a high UV index. I will once again come out and look to determine, the patterns and the nature of the spray, to see if it's going on again or if it's being reproduced, or exactly what these patterns are, if there's a specific solar UV index it needs to reach before they start getting all three planes out, or what have you. So that's where I'm going to leave it today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you guys have a really great day today. Just Christina signing out.